My husband had no idea his joke would push me to cheat with another man while he mocked my age. A younger coworker told me the truth. That evening, Emily lingered in front of the mirror longer than usual, tracing the faint lines beside her eyes and biting her lip in irritation. In the morning, those lines had looked like soft markers of a life lived. By evening, after one careless comment from her husband, they felt like cracks running straight through her confidence. She adjusted the dress she always thought made her look a little younger and gave a bitter half smile. Yeah, sure, 45 and still in my prime. Keep telling yourself that. The birthday celebration at Matt's office in Seattle had started harmlessly enough. He was turning 38. The team gathered in a conference room decorated with balloons and a supermarket cake topped with tacky candles shaped like numbers. Emily arrived a little late with a box of cream-filled donuts from his favourite cafe and a bouquet of white gerberas. Everyone shouted, "Surprise!" when she opened the door. Emily smiled, smoothed her hair and met Matt's eyes, warm, familiar, a little tired. He wrapped an arm around her waist. "Guys, this is my wife Emily. She's put up with me for, what, babe? 20 years? 19, she corrected automatically. Matt was already energized by being the center of attention. "Can you believe I got married young? And look at her now, like a good aged wine, stronger every year and older." He laughed loudly, completely missing the stiffening of her expression. "Told her I should start hiding her ID soon. No one would believe she's 40 plus. Looks too good to be legit." The room chuckled. Someone muttered, "She does look great for her age." That one landed like a punch. Emily held her smile like it was a mask starting to crack. A minute later, she slipped out to the balcony for fresh air. Outside stood Liam, Matt's younger co-worker, 29, casually handsome, with that effortless confidence younger men sometimes carry. He was vaping and watching the city drizzle through the grey. "Mind if I join you?" she asked. "Not at all." He glanced her way. "They just introduced you as the star of the party," she snorted softly. "More like the oldest exhibit in a very polished museum." He studied her, a small crease forming between his eyebrows. "You're way too harsh on yourself," he said quietly. "If you're an exhibit, you're in the priceless collection." A ridiculous, innocent compliment, and yet something inside her tightened, then eased. She turned away before he'd notice her eyes glossing. "Matt made a joke," Liam guessed. "He always does, as long as the crowd's entertained. And you?" She didn't answer. He gently took the cup from her hand so she could fix her slipping strap. His fingers brushed hers, barely, but it sent a tiny shock up her arm. She pulled away just as the balcony door swung open. Matt peeked out, grinning, slightly buzzed. "There you two are. Come on, don't hide. People are jealous of me." He turned to Liam. "Dude, you can't leave a woman her age out in the cold. She'll get sick. Insurance is a nightmare." He laughed. No one else did. Something inside Emily cracked quietly, like ice beneath a foot. That night at home, Matt sprawled on the couch scrolling through his phone while Emily washed dishes mechanically. "You're upset. Seriously, it was a joke," he said without looking up. "I tease everyone. Didn't you hear me call Alex the forever bachelor?" "I'm not Alex." "Babe, relax. You look amazing. For your age, you're a knockout. Want me to pick up flowers tomorrow?" Another blow. For your age. The phrase sliced her in two. She went to bed early, turning away from him. In the darkness, a cold, quiet decision formed. Not revenge, not drama, clarity. She wouldn't confront him. She would show him. A few days later, he announced, "Company retreat this Saturday. Lake house, sauna, drinks. Come with me. You'll wow everyone again." "Sure," she said. And for the first time, the warmth was gone from her smile. She chose a different dress, not the reliable, tasteful one, but something she hadn't worn in years. Deep neckline, bare shoulders, soft fabric that made her feel alive again. She curled her hair, added smoky eyeliner. In the mirror, she saw someone she used to be, not younger, not perfect, but present, awake. The lake house in Washington was humming with people when they arrived. Liam noticed her instantly. This time, he didn't hide the admiration. "Someone's about to steal the whole night," he murmured when Matt drifted off to talk to a VP. "You know," she said lightly, "I'm the museum exhibit again." "Not tonight," his voice dropped. "Tonight you're the reason half the people here will forget what they were talking about." And he meant it. Matt was proud of her. Loudly, obnoxiously proud. "Look how great she looks at 45. "Isn't she stunning for her age?" Every time he said 45, she felt a thread snap. When slow music started, Liam approached. "May I?" "Aren't you worried they'll think you're trying to steal the boss's wife?" "Well, you're not my boss's wife," he said, "and you're definitely not an exhibit." He danced with her gently, respectfully, and somehow that gentleness was more dangerous than anything else. "If someone told me you're 45, he whispered, "I wouldn't believe it." "Oh no, I'd say you're at that age when a woman knows exactly what she wants, and that terrifies most men." Her pulse jumped. Later, when Matt announced he was heading to the sauna with the guys, he kissed her cheek and joked, "Don't stress while I'm gone. Stress adds wrinkles at your age." That was the moment everything tilted. At the door of their room, she hesitated, then dialed. "Room 207, she said quietly. "Can you come up? I want to talk." "Just talk." His voice was low, careful. "If you get here in 5 minutes, yes. After that, I'm not sure." A breath. "I'll be there in 2. What followed wasn't wild or reckless. It was slow, deliberate, like stepping into a warm, forbidden pool after freezing for too long. He touched her like she was something fragile, not worn. Desired, not tolerated. For the first time in years, she felt seen. Afterward, they lay apart, barely touching. "Do you regret it?" he asked softly. She turned her head. "I regret letting myself wait this long," she said honestly. And it was true. The next morning, Matt stumbled in, hungover. "God, I'm dying. Hangovers hit harder at my age." Emily paused mid-fold. At his age, it's fine. At hers, it's a punchline. On the drive home, he tried to smooth things over. "Look, I get it. You've been sensitive. My age jokes, whatever. You know I love you." "Loving me and respecting me aren't the same," she said quietly. He sighed, frustrated. "What do you want me to say?" She met his eyes. "Tell me I'm beautiful, just beautiful, not for my age." He hesitated, really hesitated, then said, "You're beautiful, Em. I mean it." She nodded. But something in her had already shifted too far for those words to reach. That evening, she sat alone at the kitchen table, staring at her hands. The same hands she'd had at 30, at 22. The same hands Matt made jokes about. The same hands Liam had held without disclaimers. She wasn't planning a dramatic exit. She wasn't fantasizing about running away. She just finally understood something simple and painful. Her age wasn't the problem. His attitude was. And the night she spent with someone who actually saw her didn't make her younger, but it stripped away her old illusions. She would have to talk to Matt eventually. Not about Liam, not about the affair, not even about their ages, but about how a single joke, repeated too many times, can cut deeper than any betrayal. And this time, she wouldn't let him laugh it off.